My balls
And
itch.
we're live.
My balls itch from Lloyd banning 69. Okay. His balls
Nice.
itch.
Wonderful. Hey, guess what?
What?
Look.
Whoa, what the fuck? Retard, all caps. I saw you type that. The fuck?
Oh my god. Dude, I got like hella morning voice this morning. Hold on, let me go get my fucking coffee. Here, you can hold the mic.
Dude, I fucking need a coffee.
You a coffee drinker?
Yeah.
Dude, I've drank like 3 coffees a day.
Oh, I'm not that much of a
entire
coffee
fucking
drink.
life.
Holy shit, I'm not that much of a coffee drinker. Only a little bit. Only like every once in a while. Like a couple times a week. What's
IRL
up, Buck?
after hours. What's going on, boys?
IRL, welcome to the after hours. Making up for the lost time that I left on last episode. Talk about how Hassan is racist.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hassan's he hates them.
Yeah.
He wants
I
to
saw
bring them
Hassan
back.
in the audience at Creator Clash, and as soon as DJ Welch came on screen, he started booing and saying for Eric
He
to
said, Boone.
he
I
said
can't say
he
rest,
told
dude.
Eric to knock that, N-word out, but he
Yeah.
said the full word.
It was nuts, dude. And he was saying it openly too, in front of people. You know, like he's not even ashamed of it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Can't drink coffee. It makes me feel too weird.
We got to be careful what we say about H3 or Hassan on here, because H3 does watch your Twitch channel. So.
Oh, yeah, the 40 viewers,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, here, I can hold the mic.
Yeah, Starkiller said they're a big fan of me at the office. Whenever they're missing a tweet, they're like, let's see what Bobby is up to.
Bobby?
That's their nickname for me, yeah.
They call
Behind
you
the
that?
scenes.
Damn,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Fucking...
I know they know who Tipster is, because I remember when Tipster like made some tweet or something calling out H3, and H3 showed it on stream once on his podcast, and he was just sitting there like, and then we got fucking fat ass Tipster over here, and I'm like, Jesus, okay, you do not, you definitely know who Tipster is,
Yeah,
and it might be safe to assume that he might not like him, he might not think he's a good guy. I don't know. I think Tipster's a good guy.
I like Tip.
He needs to make videos again though.
After hours again, hell yeah.
I wonder how scuffed my voice sounds.
Is
I almost want to like unmute and listen to it, but I also don't want to like
is this
echo.
stream tweeted out? Did I tweet it out?
Yeah, I tweeted this thing out. We got 60 people in here.
Okay,
It's
it said
delayed.
22 on mine. I was like,
Yeah.
the fuck? Is this my normal streams? Like, I figured it would be a little more than that.
And we got a fucking hype train coming up. What's
Hell
going on?
yeah,
Here, I'm gonna
yeah.
listen to this for
Thank you
just
for the
1
subs.
second. Okay.
Looks good. It sounds
Yeah.
good.
It sounds
yeah.
good. Sounds good. Hopeful Blue. I'm gonna start reading out your donations. Thank you for the sub. I just see it in my chat, and it triggers something in my brain. I'm like, oh, read the donation.
Yeah. I mean, I thank other people for donating to you too. So
Yeah.
it's so early. Oh yeah, fuck! It's Eastern time zone, so like.
Oh, it's like 8:30, or sorry, it's like 9:30 at my place, 7:30 at yours.
Holy shit! I would not be awake.
Damn, dog. I didn't even think about
Holy
that.
Shit.
I didn't even think about
woke
that.
Up pretty early.
Oh
You
my
know,
god.
When you're on a trip, you just always wake up early.
Yeah.
Back in 2009. Yeah, I did.
What's going on? I felt bad for Odd Ones Out. It was like the Scarce fight all over again. I mean, Scarce was a badass in that fight, though. He literally, like, broke his arm or something and still fought in the ring. You can't really blame him for that.
Keem immediately wants to call in. I don't know how I would set that up. This is so
Bruh.
just off the cuff. We don't even have Discord set up or anything.
I think I might be able to call him on Discord and, like,
just
the
have
audio.
the audio play?
Yeah, I think it'll be loud enough because my speakers are decently loud. Here, I'm going to call Keemstar on Discord, alright?
Okay, we'll try and do that. Yeah, Odd Ones Out. I heard from Harley that everyone was happy with their fight, but Odd One Out was really disappointed that he couldn't keep going. But, like, professionals are like, nah, he can't keep going. But he wanted to keep going. Like, Odd Ones Out was definitely the most disappointed in his fight out of everybody there.
Alright, can you guys hear the Discord?
Which sucks.
Okay, I think they can hear that.
I think they can hear the Discord.
Level 1 on the hype train complete. Let's
Hell
fucking
yeah.
go. Bro, this is gonna be a scuffed ass Discord call. Yeah, this is gonna be scuffed as fuck. Alright, I think he's on mobile. I can see him crawling.
He's crawling in.
Yo, yo, yo.
What's up, Keem? How you doing?
He's on mobile, so.
All right.
Oh yeah, I switched to desktop. What's up, man?
What's
What's up,
up?
dude? Yo, chat. One in the chat if you can hear Keem. We'll see if they can hear him. I think they do.
Yeah, how was the fight from your perspective, Keem? Because we didn't hear in real life. We didn't hear any of Critical's commentary or XQC or anything like that. So you had like a bit of a different view than us.
Um, I thought the commentary was pretty good. You know, I think they all held their own. I think Critical, you know, it's like, was Critical good at commentating? I don't know. Was Critical good at being critical? Yes. Like, Critical was good at being critical, and, you know, it was good. Um, but yeah, I mean, you had Faye Sensei, who's, you know, part of Happy Punch, great analyst. He was in there, a lot of good stuff. And then, of course, Wade Phillips, he crushed it. Commentating was amazing. All the fights were good except for the headgear match. The headgear match was horrible. From the pay-per-view perspective, the headgear match looked fake. I'm not saying it was faked. I'm not saying it was staged at all, but it looked that way. It looked like a clown world. Um, so yeah, I mean, all the matches were good, but it's strange because it feels like the dad versus Matt Watson. It doesn't feel like Matt Watson trained at all. You know?
Yeah, exactly. It was over so quickly. I don't even know if I got to see Matt punch at all.
Yeah, no, he didn't. And so I'm talking to Dad now because I have another opportunity for Dad. Um, I just finally got back on the stream. Um, but I'm I'm talking to Dad now, and Dad basically just told me, he's like, dude, the way I came at him so fast, he just couldn't prepare for that. And maybe that makes sense. Apparently, he's been training since Matt Watson was training since December. Um, I don't know, dude. If you're training since September, like, you have to be better prepared than that. And the odds man's out and shit. Like, I that was horrible. That's like sending Augie, or excuse me,
Okay.
Black. That's like sending Bo Blacks is what I meant.
Damn!
No, okay. I was watching the stats when Odd Ones Out come out. Odds Ones Out was shown, and he has like about the same weight, same height, and same age as me. So I'm like, okay, this would be a reflection if I was in this card. And then he got destroyed. I'm like, yeah, I think the same thing would have happened to me, I guess.
I didn't know you guys were actually going to the event. I wish I would have known that. I would have hooked you up with Dean. Dean went to the event, and he said the place smelled like BO and deodorant and Doritos, and he left.
That's funny as hell. Yeah, I thought literally I decided 2 days ago to go because I saw there were still tickets and I was like, fuck it, I guess, like, why not? There's literally no reason for me not to. I was surprised because I wasn't really following the event too well, but I thought you were gonna be there and do like commentary or something.
No, they don't like me.
Damn.
They don't like
Okay.
me. You know, I'll tell you kind of like how it all played out. So,
Yo, man of PCs, thanks for the 5 subs.
we had the Happy Punch Twitter Spaces, and we had iDubbbz on there, and we had iDubbbz's wife, and you know, Sam Hyde was like banned from the event, and so I invited Sam Hyde into the Twitter Spaces. And I don't know if iDubbbz and Anissa took that as like an ambush, like I was trying to fuck with them or whatever. But after that Twitter Spaces, they were real cold to me, like real cold to me. And iDubbbz actually uploaded a video like talking shit about me, like saying that I don't know anything about boxing, and if I want to spar him, I can. And it was weird because I was like helping them promote the event, right? Like,
Yeah, that's really weird.
Wait, was that the Twitter Spaces that you and me did or a different one?
The Happy Punch. Happy Punch has their own Twitter Spaces where we just like have boxers on and stuff like that. And we had multiple shows dedicated to Creator Clash, and I was covering Andromeda. Like, you know, I love this influencer boxing stuff. Like, I thought that, you know, that me and iDubbbz were somewhat cool, and I was helping him with his event. And then after I involved Sam Hyde into the mix, I got attacked. All right, like he uploaded a video basically saying that I don't know shit about influencer boxing and made a. There's a Twitter video where I respond because I forgot all the points right now, but it was silly shit. Like he was just coming at me in the most dumb way. And I responded to him on Twitter, and everybody on Twitter agreed with me that I was right and that he was kind of being petty. Um, but ever since then, you know, him and his wife have kind of been giving me the cold shoulder, but they also still fuck with Happy Punch. Like they fuck with my company, but they don't like me. And I just thought that was weird because I was like, what the fuck? Like, bro, I'm helping you promote your event, but anyhow, it doesn't matter if they like me or not. What matters is that influencer boxing, you know, flourishes. And dude, against all odds, I did not like the way it was promoted. I feel like it could have been way bigger. I feel like it was barely talked about. Um, um, Against all odds, I think they put on a great event, and I actually do think that their ticket sales were reasonable. I think last night they sold 100,000 pay-per-views. I really do.
That's insane. Yeah, I mean, I didn't see the online coverage of it too much because I was like actually there, so I didn't see like Critical's fucking commentary or something. But I saw Nick saying that it was good at least at the start, so I don't really know. But yeah, I agree. I mean, the promotion could have been a lot better. I mean, I literally knew jack shit about the fight until like I went there, and honestly, I expected it to be a total shit show. Now it wasn't. It was like actually like a million times better than I expected. And I want this to be a yearly thing, but I think iDubbbz is like too afraid to dip into the drama or something. I don't know. Like I watched that video like the other day that you're talking about where he went after you and stuff, and he's very like even in the weigh-in, right? Did you watch that shit? When iDubbbz and fucking Mike were doing like the weigh-in and like
No.
pretending to shit talk each other. It was supposed to be like a bit, but it was just so cringe and
Yeah.
unfunny. It was making me think that the event itself was going to be a disaster. Luckily, it wasn't. But yeah, I don't know. I think if he's gonna do this more in the future, like not like I get his point about fake beef because it is kind of gay and cringe sometimes, but I don't know, man. It can also be fun, you know, even if the beef is fake, right? Like it's still entertainment at the end of the day. So I feel like
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
I feel like iDubbbz has been going to the gym and he's been training and he's been working so hard, right? And he's like, fuck all these people that are just like not respecting this sport. Like he became in love with boxing so much that he kind of shit on his own community, like obviously the YouTube community, and felt like these people weren't giving respect to what boxing is and that he was going to deliver on giving respect to boxing. That didn't happen. I don't think iDubbbz's event last night was respect to boxing. No, absolutely not. We saw a lot of clown shit last night. I think last night's event was just entertaining.
Oh my god,
Exactly.
dude!
Entertaining.
I gotta ask you something though. Did you see Anissa share that clip of Dr. Mike like allegedly sucker punching iDubbbz in the ring? Did you see that?
She must have did that on Twitter. No, I haven't seen it. So I know what she's talking about though, right? Because I watch these fights very, very close. So basically, Dr. Mike goes up and taps the glove like, okay, next round. And then as soon as that tap happened, Mike went hard, bro. Mike went in for a left. He like taps with the right and then he goes in with the left like real fucking hard. Yeah, it was a sucker punch. It was.
Yeah. Do you think that should like disqualify him or something or anything like that, or you think?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely not. They don't have to touch gloves before the round.
Mhm.
They don't have to touch gloves before the round. As soon as the referee says fight, you can trick your opponent. You could just tap their glove and be like, "Hey, we're cool," and then come with a quick left. You could do that shit. Like, is it respectful? No, but it's legal. You can't be disqualified.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull up the tweet real quick. It's on her like one of her Twitter accounts. Let me
If she's
see.
talking about anything other than that punch, I would be shocked.
No, she's definitely talked about that punch. She said in quotes, "I won't lie, Maybe Mike was just excited. I'm not sure. But this specific move after the glove tap was very hard for me to watch. Ian's dad had to calm me down. Crying emoji. And then, Ethan Klein's in the comments here saying, that is bullshit in all caps. And then a bunch of other people are saying shit.
Yeah, it's
Crank
very-
Gameplays. Ethan from Crank Gameplays saying, dude, that hit was cheap as hell. Absolute bullshit.
I agree with everything they're saying. Everything they're saying is 100% true. Like, Anisan's right, Ethan Klein's right, Crank whatever is right. All these fucking people.
Well, damn, look at that. We got unity. We got
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Keemstar and Ethan agreeing on something. Holy shit.
I mean, if anything will bring this community together, I think it is these boxing events, because there was a lot of camaraderie and, like, cheering for, like, people at that event, whether you're, like, in favor or whether you like the creator or not.
No, I mean it's a cheap shot, but at the end of the day, you know, it's legal. It's legal, dude. Mayweather has a punch. You look this up right now. Oh man, I wish you guys were in the studio. Okay, Mayweather has the cheapest tapping of the fucking gloves ever, right? He goes in and he taps Macchio's glove or whoever the fuck it was, I can't remember, and he instantly like swings on him. This happened like, I don't know, maybe a decade ago.
Bruh.
Dr. Mike did the same thing.
All right, so if they do this again next year, I know you want more drama and stuff. Do you have any other like things to say, like what they should do differently next year, how they should do it? Maybe like get more recognizable YouTubers, because I saw that was like a complaint people were giving them is like half the roster nobody even knew. Now I thought all the fights were great, and it ended up being like a pretty decent roster. I thought, dude, the dad fight at the start, like was dad on like fucking crack? Like holy shit, dude, he was going ham. He went like literal ape shit.
Yeah, Dad wants to fight our guy, Salt Poppy.
Who the fuck is Salt Poppy? Wait, is that the meme guy?
You don't know Salt Poppy?
Is that the meme guy?
No, Salt Poppy is the guy that the other opponent was being racist to. Remember that in the Showstar event, in the Deji event?
No, I can't say I do. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I saw that a while ago. That's interesting.
You don't remember the racist rant in the Showstar event?
Wait, when was this?
Deji versus Alex Wasabi. Did you watch that event?
I didn't watch it.
I might have missed that one.
You guys are idiots. You definitely should have watched that Showstar event. That was like, the Showstar event was a complete disaster, but it was by far one of the most entertaining. Like, you had people doing illegal headbutts. like,
shit.
Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, it was.
Oh wait, no, I'm fucking stupid. See, this is why we're streaming in the morning. I now I remember what you're talking about. Yeah. Once you mentioned the headbutts, I'm like, I remember the whole event now. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so the very first match, the guy goes in there and he's being racist, saying that this guy has Chinese eyes and shit, right? And
Whoa! Wait a minute, no, he can't say that around me.
Yeah, well, that's what he said to my guy, Salt Poppy. This rapper came in the middle of the ring, and that's how the event started. It was horrible. It was racist. And instantly, Salt Poppy got in the ring with his opponent versus Ham and just clowned him. And Salt Poppy won, and we instantly signed Salt Poppy to Happy Punch. And actually, there's a few people that we want to sign from Creator Clash last night to Happy Punch as well. And I already have spots for a KSI card for them in the future this year. So there's a lot of... I can tell you this. I know for a fact there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more events this year.
Damn.
5 whole separate events. Holy shit. That's insane.
Yeah. Dude, I've been working nonstop around the clock at this, guys. Like, I'm in this so deep, and that's why, like, when iDubbbz started talking shit about me and uploaded that video, everybody expected me to like be an asshole back or something. But like, I don't care if they don't like me. At the end of the day, they're helping me out. They're helping the community out. They're supporting influencer boxing, and influencer boxing is the only thing we have left as a fucking community.
We don't really have a community anymore. But influencer boxing, like you said, brings us all together, and you can't get canceled. If you go up and you say some fucking horrible shit to your opponent, you're not getting canceled. You don't get canceled in the fight game. We got different rules. That SJW shit don't work around boxing, you know? Like, you still get a career. You still get
I mean,
sponsorship.
it's like literal blood sports, though. Like, actually, like.
Yeah, you just physically get to see them punch it out, like literally fight me IRL type shit.
See them.
And it's so cool. I haven't really felt
bleed
that
and
sense
shit.
of like
Yeah.
full YouTube community like coming together to like celebrate one thing in like such a long time. I feel like with that event.
Yeah,
Well, we got a big KSI fight in August. KSI's opponent hasn't been announced yet, but I'm pretty sure it's Alex Wasabi. There's,
All right.
I can tell you this, that card is stacked with big names that everybody fucking knows. And then there's another card in October, another card in November, and another card in January of 2023. There is event in July over in Dublin, which with a bunch of like really small YouTubers. There's another event, and I don't know the exact date. And then there's an influencer boxing house that's being put together. There's a lot of shit going on. Plus, you have all the. There's a brand called Celebrity Boxing, and they always have like the Instagram people in there, like Supreme Patty and shit like that. That's going on. Then plus you have the Dubai guys, right? So, you know, Slim and Alex, or what am I saying? Slim and the fuck is his name? I can't even think of his name. Anyhow, a bunch of the Muslim guys, influencers or whatever, I'm serious. They're always involved in these Dubai events. There's a whole nother brand, and I forget the name of that brand. There's a lot of stuff going on. And I think by the time we get to 2023, I feel like there's an event every single month. This is really coming together, yeah.
Yeah, no, some people in chat are asking, what about the Andy and Ralph fight? What about that one? I saw, like, something about, like, Worski, like, put up a tweet or something, or maybe it was Ralph or something talking about that event and how they haven't heard back or anything like that. What do you have to say about that one? Because the underground people want to know.
Okay, so Worski hits me up. You know, Worski, give him all the credit. He tricked Boogie into saying yes to Sam Hyde, right? But
nice.
Sam Hyde already has other fights. Okay, so Andy Worski and Ralph, they need to understand that Sam Hyde has a fight in August. Okay, Hyde also has another fight towards the end of the year. I set all that up, and everything's set up. We just haven't signed, you know. Dude, things change so much on the back end until you're actually signing a contract. But I do have fights signed up for him. Boogie, he cannot fight for a year. All right. So around this time, next year, 2023, Boogie will be ready to fight somebody. Will it be Sam Hyde? Probably not. Let's be realistic.
Is Boogie gonna get like jacked or something? Like actually?
What's that?
Like, how is Boogie, like, what is he gonna look like in a year?
He's gonna look in a lot better shape. Boogie actually likes this boxing shit. He actually does, and he did train.
Do you believe that he'll actually like fight? Because everybody on the internet's saying they're like, there's no way in hell that's gonna happen.
I don't think he'll fight Sam Hyde. Sam Hyde doesn't even want to fight Boogie because it makes Sam look bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, literally. If Sam Hyde's gonna fight Boogie, he's just gonna troll or something. He has to, right? Like if he just goes in there and whoops Boogie's ass, it's like okay, you know, like what are you accomplishing? You know what I mean?
It's just fun to meme about. As far as
it would be funny to watch though.
Yeah.
As far as Worski and Ralph actually boxing, that 100% I will get on a card. But this is not stuff that happens overnight. Like so. Andy Worski, I told them that I would set this up and I would make this happen for them, right? I talked to Andy. And the next day, Andy's like, so what's the deal? What's the info? I'm like, bro, I need more time than that. I gotta put you on a card, right? You don't want Andy Worski and Ralph fucking putting on gloves and fighting in a fucking parking lot or some weird shit. One of these smaller
Fight in the
cards-
trailer park.
One of these smaller cards like celebrity boxing or the event that's happening in July this year, it is a possibility to get those two on the card. But realistically speaking, it's going to take a while to find the right event to put these two on. I can facilitate it. I can make it happen. It's going to be hard to find the right event. The other thing is, you got to find an event that's going to allow somebody saying horrible shit, like homophobic shit, whatever, because they both do it. Most events, like they wouldn't be able to be in this iDubbbz event. They're not going to be able to be in a KSI event. Like, there's so many events that they're cut off from just because of the shit that they say. Like, nobody's going to want that at their event.
If Worski and like Ralph were in, like, let's say they were like undercards in like the KSI event or something, right? That's gonna be like millions of people that are gonna Google them and look them up, right? So they're gonna be in for a real treat. They're like, who is Andy Worski? Who is Ethan Ralph? They like Google their names and it's just all this like horrible shit that comes up. And they're like, holy fuck, how is this happening?
Those guys would never ever be able to be on a car. Well, I wouldn't say never, because I if Andy's listening to this right now in a clip, dude.
Oh, they will listen, yeah. That's why I'm asking.
Well, the both of them, there's so much opportunities that I have that I never should have because of my edgy past and whatnot, right? So when I say never, don't take it that way. Everyone's entitled to a dream. But like a card like that, I don't think either one of them would have an opportunity to be on unless they took this boxing stuff serious and had a couple wins under their belt. Then an opportunity like that might open the door, just because of how edgy and horrible they are. Ralph and Andy, I think combined, will probably sell maybe 20,000 tickets on a good day. So they're not a big pull. As far as like
you think they'll
put
sell
them
that much? Maybe.
I think they will.
I don't know. Maybe.
Well, you look at Ralph, and Ralph's pulling, on a very good night, like 2,000 viewers, right?
Well.
let's
just say that. Let's just say that
for this
charity.
event. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, people would want to see Ralph get beat up for sure. I think he has more haters than fans at this point. So
But that's the thing. Ralph has more haters than fans. So I think that there's 20,000
That's
people.
true. Yeah,
Yeah,
Ralph
I
does
would agree.
have like Ralph is probably just as relevant as he was at the peak of his popularity, except he's just relevant negatively instead of positively, right?
yeah.
So somebody made a great point in the chat. They said, well, Vitali almost killed a woman. Exactly. That's a great point. Vitali never should have an opportunity like this to fight on a real card. But the reason why he did is because it was Showstar. It was one of the shitty events that don't care. They don't care. So it's like, that's what you need. I need another Showstar card. And there are some in the workings that don't care about any of this stuff. And that's where I would place Andy and Ralph to fight. And I am in talks with some of them right now, actually. So it's just finding them the right card. I won't have an answer for them until I can fill that spot in. But if they can figure out something on their own, by all means, go for it. But I'm telling you, I'm your avenue to a real event. When Andy Worski was supposed to fight Wheelchair Dude, right?
Yeah.
Tonka, that wasn't a real event. That wasn't an influencer event. That was just some small bullshit fucking thing, and they just threw it on the card. You know what I mean?
Dude, that's the same fight they had Tonka's artwork there because he wouldn't send a picture of his real face, right? So like on the poster for the fight, it's like Andy like in his podcast studio, and then like the drawing of Tonka, like the Indian like blue like wrestler man, or it just looked retarded. Like it.
Stupid as hell.
Yeah, exactly.
I won't be able to get them paid a lot, but I can probably get both of them paid like at least bare minimum $5,000. Like I'm super lowballing it right now, but like they shouldn't have to do this for free and dump thousands of dollars of their own money. Like these things take time. This is a very complicated fucking thing behind the scenes. I'm doing from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed when I don't have a drummer. That's all I'm doing is this matchmaking shit. You know, I've built so far this year. I built 2.5 cards.
Damn.
Uh-huh. Yeah, well, I want to see it happen. I want to see like the White Trash Supreme event. But yeah, I just wanted to ask you that because I saw a bunch of people fucking, saying like, "Oh, what's the deal? Is like this a setup? Is the whole boogie thing fake? Is Keem fucking them over? Is Worski or Ralph being fucking cancerous with this?"
I told Andy right up because Andy hit me up the next day after I told him I'd do it. He hit me up the next day. He's like, "Yo, what's the deal?" It's like, Andy, I need way more time. Like, bro, I gotta wait for an opportunity. I should hit up Andy though because I haven't spoken to Andy in a while, and hopefully Andy does see this. I should speak to him and get on the phone with him. It's just this stuff takes time. You know what I mean? I gotta figure out where I can put this. Who will accept these rejects? Sorry, but who will accept?
Yeah,
I mean-
pretty much.
Not to call them rejects, but like over the top edgy
Yeah,
people
yeah.
with a small fan base. I mean, look, Sam Hyde is over the top edgy. Maybe not as bad, but the difference with Sam Hyde is he has a massive fan base. Sam Hyde is going to sell 100. Well, that's overdoing it. I'd say 75,000 pay-per-view tickets. His fans are loyal. They're adults. They have jobs. They have money. They've been with the guy for a fucking decade after his show got canceled. Sam Hyde's gonna sell fucking tickets. Type this into a calculator, somebody. Fucking 75,000 times 20. How much money is that?
I don't know. I'm holding a microphone, so.
5,000 times 20. Let me see.
Someone in chat do it. This is like simple mental multiplication, probably.
I'm just fucking putting it in Google, dude. I don't give a fuck.
Nice one.
It is
75,000 times
1.5 mil? Yeah, 1.5 mil.
1.5 mil.
So look, a guy like Sam Hyde is going to bring in $1.5 million. You know, Sam Hyde, obviously deserves a giant check of that, right? And back end, and some of it got to go to the event. Like, you have to pay to turn the lights on, a production team, commentators. I mean, there's a lot to this shit. But, it's not just about they're edgy. It's they don't have massive fan bases like this, They will sell tickets, though. I really do believe those two will probably sell around 20,000 tickets. And if we do 20,000 times $20, you're going to end up with, let's say 700K or something, right? Something like that. So it's like, they can generate some revenue, but it's not going to be a big pull.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, going back to this Critter Clash thing, what was your favorite fight?
That's a hard one because the dad fight was awesome. The second fight with Ernest, that was amazing. That was awesome. That was the second fight.
The second fight was really good because it was like, dude, those guys, they were so tired like halfway through it, and I was just I was amazed that they were still in it until the final round. Dude, Jesus.
You know what pissed me off? Is the first fight with Dad taking him out right away. The second fight was so fucking good, and then the third fight with Headgear, that Eric guy, the soy boy, whatever the fuck, that guy was a huge letdown. Like, don't put that guy on the card again, anybody, unless he's gonna take the shit serious. Cause like,
which YouTuber was that?
World stuff.
Comment etiquette.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All I know him for is he was like the guy in that clip where he was talking with like H3 really drunk about like Keemstar and the N-word and the PewDiePie controversy. That's all I remember him by.
Oh, he hates me?
Maybe, I don't know. I mean,
From,
that was
5 years
that
ago,
was like
maybe.
2017. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't really take that as proof he hates you or anything, but
Respect to anybody that gets in the ring, but I don't feel like those guys like cared. Like those guys were that was clown world shit, bro. That was
Yeah.
just dumb. Um, and then the fight with Odd Man's Out and Alex. I mean, dude, you got to respect that Australian guy, Alex. Like he could have killed him. He stopped
yeah.
you. I don't know if you guys saw what we saw in the pay per view, but he would knock him and then he'd go for a follow up punch and stop because he was like, he's hurt and I don't want to hurt him further. And Alex just kept looking at the referee like, dude, I could kill this man. Like, you need to stop this. And finally, the referee did stop it.
Yeah, he was definitely like outmatched. That wasn't an even matchup at all.
The odds one out had no business ever jumping in a ring. He reminded me of like of Bo Blacks, like just like
Fucking blown the fuck out.
Damn.
Just
Well,
all
I mean,
Nah.
the Michael Reeves and the other guy were kind of similar, but then both of them are like that, so it's like evenly matched, right? Like if we got odds ones out versus me, like that would make sense. But I feel like having him versus I did a thing, I feel like that was a mismatch in terms of just strength and stuff.
I did a thing. There was a lot of the stuff that they were trying to do for comedy last night was so cringy to me. And obviously it probably worked with their fan base, but like I did a thing like pulling the fucking mouth guard out of his trainer's like fucking dick and
What? That
Did you
was.
see that?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
no.
we saw
we
that.
saw
We
that,
saw
yeah.
that. There was a whole promo about it.
Why'd you
They
like
were
describe?
really-
Why'd you like describe it like that though? Like pulling out of his cock. Like it's like fucking
That's what
sounding.
they did. That's what they
Yeah,
did. It
no,
was
he
so-
pulled it out of his
it was-
pants. Yeah.
And it was like, okay, they did it the first time. I was like, oh, that's a bit cringe, but you know, whatever. They're playing to their own fans who probably think that's hilarious. And then they did it 3 times, and I was like,
All right, dude.
Bro,
what's going on here, dude? Like, this dude's about to fucking get pink eye or some shit. I don't fucking know.
Oh, how about that? The woman card, Minx and Haley. What'd you think of that one?
Oh my god, I love that Haley girl. The girl that lost, like, dude, she just kept coming. Dude, it was awesome.
It was
fucking
fun, yeah,
warrior.
Yeah.
She just kept coming. And fucking Minx is you know, I don't want to disrespect her. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but she's a freak of nature. She's fucking huge. She's absolutely huge. She's a giant, and she just, yeah. I thought it was amazing. You know, when I talked to iDubbbz's wife, I told her, I was like, one thing that's really important to me is that we have a female influencer boxing match. Like I've every card I've tried to make this thing happen, and it never happened. And you know, Anissa told me, she goes, well, that's gonna happen. I can guarantee you, Keemstar, that's gonna happen. You know what? Another thing I told them, I go, every single one of these boxing matches, I try to get them to do like somebody like entertaining for the national anthem. And the reason why I want them to do that is because it's right before the event. It starts trending on Twitter. Everybody's talking about it. And Anissa goes, yeah, thank you, Keemstar, for the idea. That's a great idea. We're definitely going to do that. And then to see what happened, bro, I was so, I mean, it was bad, but it was also good because it was so entertaining.
It was great.
But yeah, I played a part in that national anthem thing.
That's
I'm
awesome.
I'm glad I gave them the idea.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, no, I remember when I was there at the event, they were like, you know, we got to like, I think it was like the round 5 or something. They like announced like the next fight. It's gonna be like Minx versus Haley, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like Minx is here fighting? Like I don't know too much about her. I just know that she's like a Twitch streamer or something. But like, I did not expect that. That came out of nowhere for me. So, but it was actually a good fight. They were both aggressive as fuck.
I'll tell you what. Did Minx not have the best mouthpiece ever? Okay,
Mouthpiece.
So Minx had a mouthpiece with like jagged teeth on it, right? And then she had her hair like back into 2 ponytails. And bro, when she was swinging, when you look at the pay-per-view replay of it, when she was swinging on Haley, she looked like a fucking like ogre or something. She looked like a monster. And I'm not saying that in a disrespectful way. But she did. She looked so scary, bro. It was like Halloween shit. She looked fucking scary. And Haley just kept coming. I'm like, damn, this is fucking wild. Haley actually broke her nose. She posted on Twitter, who's gonna pay for my nose job? And Minx responded, I will, babe. So like, you gotta love that. Good sportsmanship.
Yeah, I'll say this, like, even though there was like no drama, like to like fire up the event or something like that, it was at the same time nice to see like the sportsmanship between everybody, especially after the fight when they would go up there, be like, how do you feel that you just won this fight? And then like the fighter would say something like, look, dude, the other guy had a lot to fucking, it was a big fucking thing for him to go up in the ring and fight me and do all this shit.
I think the perfect balance between like shit talking and being respectful is what Harley did with Ego Raptor.
Yeah, for
because he
sure.
was like going in like on Twitter and stuff in a playful way, but like an aggressive and actually funny way. And then he like respected him afterwards.
Yeah,
and...
see, I agree with iDubbbz in the sense that manufactured and like cringe like LA drama and stuff. I agree that stuff's like cringe, and I'm not really interested in it or into it and stuff like that. But at the same time, there's got to be like a little bit of like fuel. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Augie Bo Blacks, there's one thing that was missing from the fight last night. All right,
what's that?
there was definitely one missing thing. I love that the fighters were respectful to each other and hugging after the match and all that shit. But there was no bad guy. You need a bad guy. I wanted somebody to grab that mic after the match and be like, see, I told you, you little bitch. You ain't got shit. You want to fucking take these gloves off and fight in the parking lot? I'll fucking go round 2 with you, baby.
Well, Keem,
You're a fuck.
it sounds like you're describing yourself, bro. Like, where are you in the ring? What the fuck, dog?
I am describing myself. You need villains. Fuck, man, where are the villains at? Like I like the good guys. You need to have good guys. You need to have good moments, but you need bad guys too.
Yeah, I agree.
There was no balance last night. There was no bad guys. Dr. Mike is a good guy. iDubbbz presented himself as the good guy. Everybody was the good guy. There were no heels. No heels.
Imagine if Rice Scum was versus iDubbbz. Now the fight might have not been like as well played out, I guess, because maybe Dr. Mike's a better fighter than Rice Scum. But having that villain where everyone can be like iDubbbz, but like actually like be into it even more because it's like somebody that they dislike, that would have been great.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the closest thing we got to that was kind of to a bad guy was kind of Dad, just because he was kind of like an animal and psycho and just like going in there. But that's a bit different than what we're talking about, I think.
I have a love-hate for Dad. All right, so one, I love the fact that he is in that good shape, and I love the fact that he's that good, and he should be respected as a boxer and have a real fight coming up, and hopefully we can do that with Salt. But I hate him because he's so cringe. His whole character and his whole like shit is.
I don't know who this guy is, so I'm just gonna take y'all's word for it.
Yeah, so going into the fight, I was like, Dad, come on. Like, he's like a small creator. He has this like weird, like cringe fucking niche type of comedy. It just really wasn't working for me when I heard him in the press conference doing like the whole like, I'm programmed to fight Matt. It was just like so fucking cringe and
Well,
stuff.
you were like shit talking.
I literally was shit talking him. But in the actual event, his like intro and him being like full on psychomanic, I fucking love that. But he's not like that outside of the event. I don't know why. I would love him to just be like this deranged animal, just like fucking going ham, but and playing that character. But he's not.
Absolutely, Bo Blacks. What you're saying is so true. It's like the boxer Dad doesn't match this cringy bullshit. Like he's an actor. His name is Nathan Barrett or whatever, right? Dad is a character. Bro, just create a new character that isn't this cringe fest. Like stop going as Dad. Make a new character come out as a new character
Yeah.
that matches your boxing
Exactly.
ability. Because this dad stuff is clown world, and I want to get you paid.
Yeah,
I want to
yeah.
get you like a real gig. And I'm telling you right now, a lot of people that were watching the event last night that are putting on cards, they like Dad, but they're like, what is this cringe shit? Like, that's a big turnoff. Like, you can still be a character, you can still be animated. Harley did it the best. Harley's promo calling out Dr. Mike, or
Oh,
Dr.
Dr. Disrespect.
Disrespect.
That was so
That
great.
shit was so
I
good.
was so hyped when he did that. I was like, yeah! I fucking love that.
People forget how great of an entertainer Harley really is. Yes, his channel died, but like that man is a fucking entertainer. That was awesome. That was so good.
He was definitely one of the funniest people there, for sure. Even in the press conference.
Somebody said in the chat, this is so brilliant. Okay, stop being a dad and become a Chad. That
So
is fucking
true.
awesome.
Yeah, he should really evolve his dad character into this like weird like horror hybrid thing, like this horror show thing. He definitely, I love the completely manic, off the wall energy from the event. All this fucking other bullshit that he's doing online, fucking completely drop it, and just you can still keep like the name Dad and like I'm your dad or whatever, but make it like really crazy and psycho and like horror show, like I'm your dad from hell type thing instead of whatever he's doing now. I would fucking love that. He definitely needs to reinvent himself, and he has a chance to because he has like a small-ish following. He can definitely like reinvent his character without like bleeding any fans for sure.
I'm thinking the people that went to the iDubbbz event like are probably a lot of your fans. Did you guys get recognized and noticed?
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
recognized by like 4 people.
Yeah, same. I also got noticed by about 4 people. It was pretty
It
cool.
was pretty weird because I've never been noticed like in real life, so it was definitely an interesting experience having people come up to me and want to take a picture.
Insane? I get recognized like everywhere I go, and people come up and they're like, "Bro, I watch every single day," and I'm like, "Oh, how long have you been a subscriber?" And they'll be like, I watch you on Snapchat." Nobody
Nice.
knows me from YouTube anymore. It's so pathetic and
Damn,
sad.
that's weird as
that,
fuck.
that sucks, yeah.
Well, how's the Snapchat going? Is that still like the money maker? Is Snapchat the move?
I mean, yeah, but you can't just upload over there. Like, you have to get, and they invite certain people, and
Yeah.
the reason why I'm in there is because I'm a news guy, right? But yeah, there's no. I actually, Snapchat does have some type of thing where every day they pay whoever gets the most views in that day. And some people, their videos go viral and they end up like walking away like just a random person, like no fans at all. They'll upload something to Snapchat and then walk away with like 50 grand because their shit went viral. That happens all the time. So they do have a program like that, but to get in the program that I'm in, you have to be invited to be in.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Well, going back to the fight, I was thinking of a question. Oh yeah, like if there was like any other YouTubers you'd want to like see in this event, like who would you want to like see like thrown in here?
It's hard to say. I'll tell you this. Tfue called out Ninja to box. We never got to see Tfue in the ring, and
I would be interested in that.
I'd love to see that.
Because they have
I
like
feel
beef
like-
and shit. Because Tfue left FaZe and said it was terrible, right?
Well, they're
Or-
cool now.
Well, wait, but no,
Ninja-
that was between Tfue and Banks. Never mind. Yeah.
Tfue and Ninja have been enemies before Fortnite even came out. So they were competitors on H1, H1Z1,
Mm-hmm.
and they hated each other.
It's a
then.
game I haven't played in a while.
And then Fortnite became very popular, and they both blew up, and they hated each other during Fortnite. And so Tfue got mad and called Ninja out to box, and Ninja said no. So we never got to see Ninja actually in the ring against someone. And dude, I think Tfue could be a great boxer, and I'd really like to see him compete.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he'd be pretty good. I mean, he's like he already like works out and shit, so you know that's like what half the battle. I don't know.
I gotta go piss. I'll be able to hear you, but I won't be able to talk. But I
Alright.
want to know your thoughts on the main event, Dr. Mike versus iDubbbz, because I had all this secret information that iDubbbz was actually a really good boxer, but I had the same information on Dr. Mike, and I didn't know how it was going to play out. Thoughts?
Well, I tweeted this like when it happened, when once like Dr. Mike won, and it was obvious, right? Like I tweeted this and I was basically like, I mean, there's an irony there because everybody calls iDubbbz like a cuck, and then he gets like cucked at his own event, right? So that's like the joke you could write there, but I think it is there. If there's a good way to spin it for iDubbbz, it shows like, or at least it indicates that the event is real, right? Because every time, like Jake Paul will win every fight, and people will always like scream rigged, regardless of whether that's like a bullshit thing to say or if it's like legitimate or whatever. People are always just like, really, dude, he wins every fucking fight. With this iDubbbz thing, though, like, I highly doubt they scripted it to where, like, iDubbbz would lose, like, the main event. Like, I think it was, like, definitely a real fight. I just think, like, obviously, like, they were both, like, I thought they were both pretty good, right? Like, wouldn't you say? I mean, I'm not, like, an expert, like,
Yeah,
boxer
they
or
were pretty
anything like
good.
that.
I definitely enjoyed
They were
it.
aggressive, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it was towards the end of the event, and I was up for a really long time at that point, so I was having trouble paying, like, super, super close
You're,
attention.
like, smirking out.
So I can't really, like, talk about any moments in
I-
depth that I enjoyed, but it was definitely a fun fight for sure.
Yeah.
I'm glad it went to distance, 5 rounds.
Definitely, yeah.
I think iDubbbz wouldn't have survived the second round if it would have been. It was supposed to be 3-minute rounds,
Mm-hmm.
and they fucked up, and for some reason it was only 2-minute rounds, which made me get really suspicious because, I mean, look, guys, iDubbbz was losing that first round. He could have got knocked out in that first round. It was bad. He was in trouble. He was saved by the 2-minute fucking stoppage.
Huh.
And so there was some controversy right off the gate. Like, wait, what the fuck? These are supposed to be 3-minute rounds.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, how did they fuck that up? That's such a weird thing to fuck up.
I mean, it's their first
Especially-
event, so it's going to be the most scuffed. There's going to be
yeah,
bugs.
but
and problems.
they did like a bunch of fights prior to that.
No. I think some fucketry happened. There's
you're
no
right on
way.
You know, iDubbbz is gonna shit on you. He's gonna be like, "Fuck you."
So?
Okay.
Fuck you. It's supposed to be
Yeah.
3-minute rounds.
I don't know,
They
man.
literally,
Interesting.
I think some fucketry happened. And how did they
Hmm.
fuck that up? How did they fuck up the main event? This is not
Like the undercard, right? This is the main event that was promoted, said on the mic. Everybody there that's running production knows that this is a 3-minute round thing. How do they just fuck that up? Like,
Yeah.
that's weird.
Makes no sense, especially when they did like
Makes no sense.
7 fights prior.
If he responds to
correct.
that, that's great. That's more dialogue about this. But if I was iDubbbz, I would ignore everything I'm saying right now because you don't want people looking into this because it's fishy.
Mhm.
But regardless, respect to iDubbbz. He's better than I thought. He should have been laid out on the floor. I think would have ended up on the floor if it was a 3-minute rounds. I really do believe that. Mike is a superior boxer in every sense. But iDubbbz, in the 2 years of training or however long he's been doing training, he obviously learned a massive amount about boxing. His defense to go up against a guy like that was pretty sound. His heart, all right? Even though I'm saying he would have got knocked out, iDubbbz showed a lot of fucking heart and deserves respect. But yeah, I mean, look, anyone that's like just saying this event was perfect and everything was good without any criticism at all, you're just not being real. There has to be some criticism, even on the greatest events. And the shortening of the 3-minute rounds to 2 minutes is definitely something to criticize.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I got somebody in the chat saying, I think Anisa said the commission messed it up.
Yeah, I would like a full investigation, but that'll never happen because it's a YouTube charity boxing event. So
Yeah.
no one's gonna
Yeah.
care that much.
Also, Mike won anyway, so. But it still would have been more
but
entertaining
think
if it
about
was
if
done
you're
proper.
Dr. Mike. Think about if you're Dr. Mike. You got robbed of a fucking potential knockout.
Yeah, that's.
That makes Dr. Mike a celebrity.
If Dr. Mike knocks out iDubbbz round 1, all right, that puts Dr. Mike in the category of fighting like a Jake Paul or a Logan Paul. That blows Dr. Mike up. So look, it's not like, hey, we would have ended with the same result. No. If something like this is fucked up, one of the opponents is robbed.
Does Dr. Mike intend to continue fighting though?
He doesn't, but he's only like really responded to me on Twitter so far about the fight, and I want to see one more fight with Dr. Mike because he's good. He's really really good.
Yeah.
And hey, look, iDubbbz did get some shots in. Dr. Mike did have black eye, swollen face, iDubbbz did get some shots in.
Yeah, iDubbbz definitely did well. I mean, clearly he trained really hard for this, and it showed. Yeah, even though he lost and he was pretty clearly going to lose, he definitely did well. Yeah.
Speaking about iDubbbz getting cucked at his own event, which Augie said earlier, not really. They raised a shit ton of money for charity.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying that just to be an asshole, right? Like, because everyone calls him a cuck, right? So it's just like, haha, you got cucked. No, I think the event was overall, like, obviously a major success. I mean, it was a charity event, first of all, right? But even, dude, just for entertainment-wise, like, it was leagues better than what I thought.
Yeah.
Dude, I was talking with Nick Diorio, and Nick was telling me this event was going to be dog shit, it was going to be horrible. And not to say that the event was perfect, but it was pretty good.
Right to feel that way, and so many people felt that way because the promotion wasn't good.
Yeah, even I felt that way when
I thought it too.
Yeah, when me and Augie were outside the arena, like eating before we were gonna go in, we were like, "This feels like we're going to fucking what is it? Like Killstream Bowling,
Kingpin."
Yeah, Kingpin
Ethan Ross
Invitational.
bowling
Yeah,
alley, dude.
Yeah,
That's like the vibes I was
and then once we went in, we were immediately like, "Oh, okay, this is gonna be a little more legit."
Once I sat down at the stadium and I saw, like how big, like the ring and like the crowd of people and stuff like that. At that point, I was like, okay, they definitely like kicked it up into gear.
Yeah.
Although the only sponsor they could get was like an OnlyFans clone or something.
And
what was that about? I don't know.
How many viewers do you have right now?
We got like 200 on the Boblax channel.
Everybody watching this right now, go to Happy Punch on Twitter and follow, and then go to Happy Punch Promo on they're both Happy Punch Promo. Go on Instagram and go on Twitter and follow those. And we actually have a Happy Punch YouTube channel. If you like this boxing shit, subscribe to it. Like, subscribe to Happy
And if
Punch.
you subscribe to it, you get a free NFT, right, Keem?
Yeah, you get a free NFT. You just basically get any image you want, and then you upload it, and then pay the ETH fee, and then you have your own NFT. Yes.
Awesome. Let's fucking go. Well,
it's cool that you have this like okay, yeah.
I literally have to make a match happen. One of the fighters last night. Yeah.
Good
all
luck
right. See you
with
guys.
that. Well, I was just gonna say it's cool that you're doing this Happy Punch thing because it gives people opportunities and fans opportunities to see the stuff. But he already left.
he's already gone.
I was gonna say that really quickly, but
Dude had to dip.
yeah.
Dude, that was a good-ass convo. If you're not going to post this in your channel, I want to post this. But you obviously have rights to it first, but...
I'm posting it on my second channel. I don't know about my main. You can post it. You can post it
Okay.
as well.
Yeah.
I'll do whatever I want with it. I might post it on my main. Because if I post it on my main, it will probably be in an edited video, and it'll take a little longer to come out. So you can get it out on your channel. Obviously, I have the raw thing up on my second channel. But yeah, no, you can 100% put it up. I'm just worried that like the footage while we're doing the interview is just me and you being like, like here.
Yeah, no, this is a scuffed ass setup for sure. I'm probably gonna have to like fuck with the audio levels a little bit, but I'm gonna see if you're giving me rights to post it. I'm gonna see if I can throw it up on the channel later today or something. We'll have to see. I mean, if we got good enough internet to stream, then we probably have good enough to upload too.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, dude, I got like hella morning voice right now. That my voice is like deep as fuck.
Holy
Dude.
shit, yeah.
But yeah. Well, what do you want to do from here? Should we like cut it off or?
I'm
keep
down to
going?
keep talking about the event and stuff. I had more to say, but it kind of like all just like fell out of my mind because we were just talking with Keem,
Yeah.
and he was just talking for so long. Because obviously I initially wanted to come on here and just talk about the event in general. Then Keem came on. Yeah, the dad thing. I really think. Oh yeah, the promotion. The promotion. I want to talk about that. So yeah, I feel like the online hype around this event was so low, and then you could feel as we were getting to like the halfway point and beyond of the fight. I'd say really starting around. What was the order of fights? What was before the Minx fight?
The one before the Minx fight, that was.
Oh, that was Odd Ones Out, right?
Yeah, I think so. Odd Ones Out.
Okay,
and
yeah. Starting
I
with
did
the
a thing.
Minx fight, I think that's really when the hype started to build online, as I could see on Twitter. And the event was pulled off really well, almost perfectly, besides, the 2-minute rounds and, maybe there was no bad guy and stuff like that. But overall, the event went pretty much as perfect as it could go. But the promotion needed to be better. It needed to be better. And I understand, like, not wanting to have the fake beef, the fake Jake Paul beef stuff and KSI, because I also think that's cringe. I'm in the same category as iDubbbz in terms of his opinion on that, but I think there should have been like a lot more rivalry and hype built up in the months leading up to the event between the creators. We had a bit of that with Harley and EgoRaptor on Twitter. EgoRaptor being like, he's just being his goofy self. He's going to be like, I'm going to punch you in the face or whatever. And Harley, like, building it up a little. I would have liked that for a couple months prior with them, like a couple months building up to the event, and then also seeing that with all the other creators, even if it's playful and like they respect each other at the end of the day, because we all know these creators generally respect each other at the end of the day. It would have been good to have that like performance, even if it's like playing a bit of a character, like how Dad did or how Harley did or how EgoRaptor did. I would have loved like more like, I'm gonna fuck you up, because there was like a little bit of that on Twitter, but it was all like joking. It's like, haha, I'm gonna fuck you up, love you though, type thing. And it was like very like subtle and like, and I saw creators being like, yeah, I'm getting really strong for Creator Clash and stuff, and like posting their muscles and shit, and that was cool. But I would have loved more just back and forth, like Odd Ones Out being like, fuck you, and you're like, I think when they announced the Odd Ones Out versus I Did a Thing, they're like, and Odd Ones Out is fighting for his grudge against all of Australia. I would have loved that storyline to be played up, leading up to the event, where like, Odd Ones Out is like, I fucking hate Australia, fuck you, maybe make a video about like top 10 things wrong with Australia, and it's like, an animated video like he would normally make, but it's all like jokey and it's like promotion for the event or something like that.
Yeah.
More of that. I guess I understand why they didn't do it, because all of them were fighting, and also it's like a charity event. But I think that could have, there needed to be a lot more online hype, and you can do fake drama without it being like,
You can have fun with it,
yeah.
like kick some shit just for the fucking
like, there's a difference, but
fun of it,
So the fake drama with like Jake Paul and like KSI and Logan Paul, it's annoying when like it's fake drama and they're trying to pretend it's real. Like they're really trying to convince you that there is a legitimate rivalry there. But if it's like clearly acting and they're playing it up, but they're still having fun with it and still going back and forth, I think that's fine. Like more acting. Like, play into the acting more and make it, like, make a storyline building up to that, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they're almost a little too afraid of drama. It's like...
Exactly, yeah, I think...
Why, It's just shit-talking. Not all shit-talk has to be, like, super-duper serious, Not
Exactly.
not everybody has to, sit here and fucking, I'm gonna fucking kill you and I hate you and you're a fucking pedophile. It's like not every fucking drama has to be like that serious. It can just be like, you know what? I'm gonna beat this guy up, fuck this guy, this little fucking midget piece of shit or something. I don't know.
Or have like a little thing to you, like how Dad was going completely psycho, or Michael Reeves was playing the Minecraft parody, going in, or something like that. Like have something that like makes you a character. I think that's more important than having fake drama. More important than having fake drama is creating a persona and like a character, right? Because, like, obviously all of these guys aren't the type of people to naturally want to, punch someone in the street. But to create a character that is psycho enough to do that for the ring and for the event, I think is important in building hype. Like, and I think Harley did that the best prior to the event. I think Dad did that the best in the event, but not prior to it. Again, everything outside of the ring with Dad is just, what the fuck is he doing? Holy shit, but, yeah.
By the way, Tony Ryder gifted a couple subs. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, sorry I've been ignoring, like the subs and stuff.
Yeah.
Meta PCs very graciously gave 5 subs. Definitely be sure to use creator code BOBLAX.
Shout out Meta PC.
Yeah, Meta PCs is definitely my favorite sponsor I've ever had. Great guys, and if you need a PC, you should definitely do. Oh, Smaggle earlier said Starkiller in question marks. Do we want to talk about the Starkiller fight? We didn't talk about that at all.
Oh yeah, Starkiller. I mean, it was, I don't know. I joke about like hating Starkiller all the time, but like realistically, like I don't really have very much against the guy other than the fact that he works for H3 and I think H3 is like a total like piece of shit. But yeah, I mean Starkiller was there. He fought who was it? Hundor. Yeah. Who's a YouTuber as well? Like what does he do?
Yeah. He's a YouTuber of a fitness channel, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so he fought a fitness guy and he got his ass whooped. Honestly,
It went 5 rounds though.
I'm gonna be real. This might sound like bad or something, but I was like texting during the fucking Starkiller fight. First of all, I went out to go get. I left like the ring to go get a fucking drink because I was like literally like I was running off like 1 hour of sleep. So I got up to go take a walk to like fucking re-energize myself, and I bought like a Coke and I like downed like this like big ass fucking large thing of Coke just so I could have some caffeine in my body to like wake me up a little bit. And then when I came back, I just started texting for like a few minutes, and then I saw fucking Starkiller got his ass whooped, and I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know if that's like bad or not, but like I don't know, dude. I was just like, all right, Starkiller, that's when I can fucking leave the room, you know? But no, I know you like Starkiller, man.
Yeah, so the fight, he went 5 rounds. I thought he did really well. The reason, I like the Starkiller fight and stuff is because he came from, like, a similar place as us. We're, like, similar size, we're making videos calling out H3. He was making pretty much his first big video was a response to the Gokunaru video. So having Starkiller in the fight is the same kind of reaction I would have for having like Gokunaru in the fight, or like I don't know, like Mumpky Jones, or like Turkey Tom or someone like that, or like me or you. It's like even though he works for H3 and we're not obviously big fans of H3 and what he says on the podcast, I don't have anything against Starkiller in particular, and I think the fact that he was able to get into a position where he could do that fight and stuff in a way that isn't like extremely dishonest. Like obviously he works for someone who we think says bad things and is dishonest a lot of the time, but Starkiller seems pretty genuine from what I could see online and in real life and stuff, and it's just really cool to see him go from the position he was in all the way up to being in an event like this. I think it's just inspiring and cool. So that's my thought on it. I know a lot of people in chat will like disagree or think he's like a cock or whatever, but he also genuinely trained for this. He trained for a really long time.
He did more than I do. People kept saying, tweeting me on Twitter, they're like, Augie, who would you fight? I'm like, no one. Because I don't want to fucking train.
Yeah.
All right, I ain't doing that
I
shit,
don't wanna
dude.
train either.
I want to be a skinny fucking loser my entire life.
Yeah.
I'm like how every time people tell like Nick Diorio to lose weight, he's always just like, no, I don't want to like, get fucking
Yeah.
thin. That's how I feel when people are like, oh, Augie, you should train and fight somebody. I'm like, fuck that shit.
If
you
I
know?
had the resources like automatically set up to fight, like automatically just instantly had a trainer and all the resources, and all I had to do was the work, and I had someone to fight, I would ideally want to fight like probably Def Noodles.
Deaf noodles.
Fuck you, Def Noodles. Call out. But yeah, I might do it, but the problem is like I was born with like naturally like weaker muscles and bones. I know
mean,
people
you're
are gonna say
Canadian,
beta or whatever, but
you know.
like it is like a medical thing.
Nah, it's just Canada, dude.
It would make it a lot more painful and tough for me personally because of those conditions to do the training, but I'd be down to try, honestly, if everything was just thrown at me to do it, and it was an opponent that I feel like I could really rile up hype to fight
Yeah,
and
that's the
actually
other
have
thing.
anger in the ring to fucking punch, you know.
I couldn't like. That's the other thing, right? It's like, I mean, I would never say never to like doing one of these things if I had the opportunity to. Like, I would never just say like, oh, I'll never do this, because who knows? Maybe I will, right? But the thing is like right now, like even if I wanted to like train or something, I would be doing it purely for fun, because there's no singular person that I really like care enough to like be like, I want to beat your ass in the ring.
Yeah.
You know, like I could think of guys I don't like, but most of the people that I don't like are like irrelevant. You know what I mean? Like the relevant people that I don't like is like Ethan, Def Noodles, every T channel YouTuber, but I don't care enough about even Ethan Klein or Def Noodles.
Yeah.
You know, I don't care enough negatively about. I don't like them on YouTube. I think they're losers, but like, it's not like I wake up every morning like
Yeah,
and
me
thinking
neither.
like, oh, I fucking hate Ethan Klein. It's just like, no, I just see him say horrible shit on Twitter and YouTube, and I call it out, but I don't like think in my head that he's like the fucking spawn of Satan or anything like that, right? So it's like, there's no. If I wanted to fight somebody, I definitely, I think like I would want to fight somebody that I genuinely would want to hurt, right? I feel like that would be the best.
Yeah,
I mean, doing it for fun sounds cool too, but this is like a once in a lifetime opportunity, so I'd want the stakes to be like, this is something that I really want to invest into, not just do for fun, not just do because, you know, for the fuck of it, or just to say that I could, but to do it because I'm like, all right, I am passionate, right?
Yeah.
I'm also 20 though, so I've got plenty of time if I want to do anything like this in the future. I've got like 20 years ahead of me to make that decision, right? I can sit back and relax now, okay?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't hate, you know, Def Noodles to the point where I wake up every day and I'm like, oh, fucking Def Noodles, I'm fuming. I've definitely thought about people like that in the past. Like, people have lived in my head rent-free for like a week or so in the past before. Def Noodles has never been one of those people, but I think, you know, if I get into the ring and I'm in the moment, I could, you know, grudge up some anger to get the adrenaline pumping enough to kick his ass for sure. So that's why I would want to fight Def Noodles in particular. But yeah.
Yep. Well, I can't really think of anything else to say.
Me neither.
I don't know.
We went on
Shooting
for about an hour.
topics. I guess we could do chat interaction
Yeah,
for like.
let's talk with chat for a bit.
Yeah.
Let's
Let's talk with chat.
Yeah, we're gonna meet up with some people in probably about like 30 minutes, so we'll probably go on for like about 20, 15
Okay,
more
okay.
minutes.
Yeah.
Boblax versus Mr. Girl, no.
Poblax versus
No.
Mr. Girl. Dude, when I asked Keem, I was like, which YouTuber would you want to like fight? I almost wanted to like make a joke. I'm like, well, I personally would want Mr. Girl to get in the ring.
Oh my god.
But yeah.
I would fight Keem as well. Keem challenged
I think if
me
Mr. Girl fights
on
anybody in
Twitter.
the ring, he should fight a child, right?
Oh my god. Yeah, he'll be like, they're mature enough. They're mature enough.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude.
Who would you guys like to have Destiny box? Hassan.
Destiny. Yeah,
Hassan,
yeah,
obviously.
for sure.
I mean, that would just be like the number, or Vosh maybe, but Destiny's like skinny and Vosh is like fat, so that wouldn't really. I don't know. Or maybe Destiny and Hassan would be an unfair fight. I don't know. Isn't Destiny short? How? Well, I mean, I saw him in person like a week ago, so I guess I already know the answer to that. But yeah.
Damn, with how this thing went with like Keem and talking about the event, I kind of wish I streamed this on my main channel.
I almost suggested that to you.
You should have. I probably would have done it.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking like I might just upload this raw to my main channel at this point. But it would have made more sense if it was just already streamed and I just left the VOD up, because I could also do a cut up version. But I also want this up as soon as possible. I should have streamed it on my main channel. I don't know why I didn't.
Well, I mean, it's good for your Twitch. You know, gets you followers and viewership here.
Because I thought we were just gonna I didn't know we were gonna talk like about Creator Clash the entire time. I thought we were just gonna bullshit and stuff, and I had no idea Keem was gonna call in. I didn't even know he was up at this hour.
Yeah.
So
That's true. What is Keem doing up this early? I thought he like slept in. Is Destiny taller than Augie? No, he's shorter than me.
Oh shit. Is he actually shorter than you?
Honestly, I can't remember necessarily, but like, I remember like when we walked out of like the restaurant, I was like thinking in my head, I'm like, damn, am I taller than Destiny? Right? So I'm just gonna say that I am, and just say fuck it, you know. We spread a little misinformation on the internet, right? Right? Yeah, exactly. I chose Speed versus Jake Lucky. Jake Lucky would get fucked up.
Oh, something I wanted to talk about that I just remembered. Dude, when Diorio came onto the ring, dude.
Oh my
So
God.
with the Airsoft Fatty thing, Airsoft Fatty came onto the ring, and then Augie told me, he said, "Dude, it's Nick Diorio on the ring," and I'm like, "Dude, take a picture and tweet that out right now. You better." And then he did, and it got like 100 likes in like a couple minutes, and I think it's like at like 1,200 right now.
It's sitting at like 1,300 likes right
That was
now.
one of the greatest tweets of the night, dude. It's just so off the cuff, and it's so fucking funny.
Yeah. I got a really wicked pano shot of the whole fucking crowd.
Oh yeah, I saw you like
This is a Kino ass
creating that,
picture.
yeah,
I
creating
can't
that with,
I can't like
iPhone.
show it necessarily.
Maybe we.
I don't know.
Bit.
I mean, you can't really see it like much of it too well, but I got a wicked ass fucking shot of the crowd at pretty much peak audience, like sitting in there.
Yeah, but did you post that picture on Twitter?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, yeah. Go check out Augie's Twitter.
Yeah, no, I got a really wicked shot of the crowd there, and you know, at first, like 20 minutes before the fight started, like there was like I would say the room was like half filled. But after the second fight, it was like I saw like one section of seats that was like sparse, but for the most part, the entire room was pretty much packed. There was just like one area where it was like a little bit more chill. But yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Mhm.
Fucking loved it. Although I was getting a little annoyed at the beginning with the fucking super mega fans.
What were they doing?
Just like they were just like, I don't know. It makes sense because some creators are gonna be popular than others, but like even when like the opposing person is doing well, they're like Ryan, or like Matt, and it's just like I feel like if I were the opposite boxer in that ring, it would just feel like really weird to have like have the other guy. People cheering for the other guy when they're losing just because they're like a big YouTuber. I don't know.
Oh yeah, dude. The a bunch of them left too after the first two fights, which was kind of kind of disrespectful to the event. But dude, the fucking fans in the crowd were like nuts because like I remember when like Minx came out, like there was like all these people holding up like fucking signs being like Minx is so hot or something. I'm just like, bro, what are you doing?
A way, like, it's like they're fans and I'm sure everyone likes it or whatever, but like for me I was thinking like it just kind of sucks that like just because it's the woman card, like it's gonna be like,
oh my god, speaking of which, bro, I gotta
like people horny posting or whatever. But I guess people did kind of do that with other people, like I did a thing and stuff. So it was and people said twist your dick, so I guess it was even like across the board when it comes to like and people called like AB the H3 heartthrob, so I guess it was like even across the board when it came to, you know, sexualization, but it just felt I don't know.
I got to this event, right? Here, let me hold this for a second. I got to this event, right? And I walked past security, and immediately some guy like stopped me, right? And he was like, "Hey, you see that girl over there?" And I mean, I look and I'm like, "Yeah." And he's just like, "Dude, she's pretty hot, isn't she?" And I'm just like, "You think so?" Like I just said that. I was like, "You think so?" And he was just like, "Dude, you should go up to her and like ask for a picture, dude. She does really good streams." And then he hands me her like Twitch like her card or something, right?
Holy shit.
And she and he's like, "Dude, she does like really good variety streams and stuff like that." And I'm just like,
fucking business card.
I'm like,
oh
all
my
right,
god.
man. The fucking
Let's Players used to have that. It was always like a big meme to me. Like Let's Play, like in 2016 and like
Yeah.
2012 and stuff. Let's Players always used to go like PAX, the gaming convention, and like give out their Let's Play business cards, and it was always like such a fucking meme, and it looked like exactly like that.
It was so
I have a
funny
couple
too
of them.
because it was like the mod, you know what you know what I mean? Like
Oh my
the
God.
mod was the one, right?
The
'Cause
mod.
It wasn't the girl who came up to me and was like, "Dude, check out my stream." Hands me her card or something. It was like,
And it wasn't
The
even
mod.
like she does pretty good streams. It's like she's hot. It's like you watch her because she's hot.
I thought it was
It's like,
fun.
oh my god! Like the Fansly sponsor was definitely Fansly picked a good event to sponsor for sure. If they're gonna sponsor any event, I mean,
Yeah. No, I thought it was fucking hilarious. I thought it was funny as hell.
dude, I don't know if there was a chat on the pay-per-view watching, because I don't think it was on Twitch. I think you had to like pay to watch it. I don't know if there was like an actual like live chat, but if there was like a Twitch chat or a live chat, I could just imagine like every time Fansly comes up, they're like, "Thank you, Fansly!" Like the like orgasm fucking emote on Twitch, like spamming it and spamming like nuts and stuff. I don't know.
Spamming nuts.
Yeah,
That's funny as hell.
I would have loved to see like a big like Twitch chat-esque reaction to the event.
Yeah. That's funny as hell.
Yeah, that's the only thing that sucks about going live. We didn't get to see chat reaction, and we also didn't get to see
Critical.
or Critical or XQC or anybody commentate. It was only really we got to see, you know, Estefan do the like talking to the boxers before they go in. We got to see Akinola doing the like you know, announcement in the ring, and then we got Chills doing some post interview stuff. We didn't get to see anything else beyond that. So yeah, no Critical or anything like that.
How many fans did you guys see? We saw about 4. 4 each.
Estefan, yeah, I don't know how to say his name. The guy who like streamed the Oh yeah.
Or Esfin.
Yeah. The guy
Esfin
with long
TV.
hair and beard. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Twitch guy. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
On the other after hours, I accidentally called Miskiff Minx, and then Ludwig prior to. I called him Ludwig, then I called him Minx, and then I found out he was Miskiff. So I'm not really good with the Twitch names. I only know of them for news covering purposes only. I don't
Yeah.
really know them as like a fan.
Yeah, well, I used to watch a lot of Twitch, so not necessarily these people, but like I know who they are because I used to watch like a lot of Twitch back in the day. So
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, yeah. I mean, I kind of know who they are.
was
I know
Monk-
more of like the older streamers, like Pokemon's been around for a really long time, and like Skara and stuff like that. Offline TV type people, Disguised Toast.
right.
So
Let's see. I noticed that Eggy and Rusty Cage were there. I didn't know Eggy was there. I have no idea if Mumkey's there. I know Rusty.
I don't think Mumkey was there. I did see Rusty.
I don't think
in the
Mumkey
audience
does.
and on Twitter.
Mumkey doesn't do like IRL shit. I don't think, right? I mean, he used to, but
Yeah, I don't think he came out to this.
I don't think he does anymore.
I was thinking about this when IDubbbz was boxing. Like, why wasn't Max Mofo and anything for views and Joji there? Filthy Frank.
Were they there?
I don't think they were. Why
Hmm.
weren't they? Like, those are the OGs. Wouldn't they be supporting the boy at his big event?
Yeah,
I mean,
guess.
for Max and Chad, it makes sense because they're in Australia. They've definitely traveled to America before. Maybe they were there and I just didn't know, you know? They
Well, it's
didn't make
funny
a
'cause,
spectacle
like,
of it.
When we were walking out after the event was over, we ran into a guy on the stairs that I swear to God, like, I thought it was anything for views for a second, but then later we ran into him when we were leaving to get the Uber, and it was the same guy, but obviously he was not anything for views. So
Okay.
for a second, I was like,
you
wait
see
a
a
minute.
fat guy and you're like,
Well, it wasn't just like fat guy, but he like looked like him, like the same like haircut and stuff. I was like,
okay.
oh, what the fuck? But yeah.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of fat people there. It was mostly coomers, but not,
Yeah, dude.
eaters.
Every
Not
person there,
consumers.
it was
Coomers,
like
not consumers.
every person at that event was like a scrawny white guy.
Yeah.
With their e-girl
With their e-girl
girlfriend.
Yeah.
So honestly, I looked the most out of place there.
Really? No, I thought you fit in.
I don't know, dude. I can't like as fun as these events are. Like I cannot stand influencer culture. Influencer culture. I'm from like
yeah, there were times where you're like so I think when like the like mine diamonds was happening, you were just like straight face like
yeah yeah, dude.
I was fucking laughing my ass
I'm
off.
from
I love
like
that shit.
small time like like family or whatever, so it's like I'm in this like fucking stadium with all these like fucking coomers and they're screaming internet memes and stuff, and it's like I'm just sitting there like
twist your dick.
yeah, I was just like
kiss,
I mean I may fucking
kiss.
oh yeah, dude, when the fucking who was fighting, it was like Harley and Raptor. All these like girls in the crowd were like chanting. They were like kiss, 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 because they wanted like the guys to kiss.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
I'm just,
that's
like, sitting there,
Aaron's
like-
audience. Yeah, the definitely the most fangirly audiences were for Super Mega, Eagle Raptor, and then Odd Ones Out.
Uh-huh.
If you guys know or have seen the fan base of like Game Grumps or Super Mega, yeah, it's like completely expected.
Yeah, I'm just like not at all in touch with that like internet culture. I mean, I'm in touch with internet culture, but like different internet culture.
I'm only in touch with that culture because they're Let's Players.
Right,
And
yeah.
they've been Let's Players. Game Grumps has been Let's Playing since 2012, so I saw them, and I've been doing it since 2011. So I witnessed the launch of their channel when it's like two popular guys, JonTron and Eagle Raptor, are making a channel. I was literally there for the first upload, so.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
My MacBook ran out of charge there, so
Yeah.
rip. But yeah.
Yeah, the event was great. I loved it.
Let's see. I'm just reading chat. Do you hate anyone to the point where we already answered that? We already talked about that. That makes sense. They're full of fujoshis. What is that? It's probably child porn.
Oh my
It's every time I ask like what, like somebody says like some Japanese term, and I'm just like, it's probably child porn. That's just my safe go-to like fucking assumption. Like I don't know. Bolax, get a haircut, bro. What do you have to say about that?
I was planning to like a couple months ago, but people said my hair looked good long, and I just kept growing it out. Actually, Harley, when I was trying to meet up with him after the event, he didn't recognize me at first because my hair was long, and I have shorter hair on Twitter. When Keem was talking, I was gonna bring this up, but Keem was talking too much. When Keem was talking about like meeting fans and like how he has fans who are like, I watch you every day or whatever. Actually had to happen, but with Harley. So Harley is like, during the pandemic, I watched every fucking Bo Blacks video. He's fucking, dude, he's a super fan, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Harley fucking loves those Bo Blacks videos, unironically. Some of you guys may have seen me and him on the Zerka Royale podcast. That's why I first found out that he was like a fan. He's like, Bo Blacks, let's go.
Yeah.
It's fucking great. It's cool.
Somebody in chat says, hey, Augie, big fan here. Not sure if you remember, but I met you in the store 2 weeks ago. You called me a fat midget and knocked me out. Good times. Yeah, I remember that. That was a good time. Are you meeting up with Salvo today? Yeah. Have you heard back from Salvo yet?
No. We put him in the group chat if people were...
This guy's got to drive like a million fucking hours.
Yeah. We're about to meet up with some old school... Speaking of old school Let's Players, we're meeting up with some old school Let's Player people that I know.
Yeah.
Might meet up with some people later as well. I'm hoping I can meet up with like some creators before I leave, because I haven't had a chance to meet up with Wavy or Rusty, and I'd also like to meet up with like some of the other fighters like AB and Harley in an environment that isn't with fans, because I did meet up with them at their hotel afterwards in their lobby, but there was like a lot of fans like trying to talk to them and get their stuff signed. So I'd like to talk with them in a more creator setting. I'm hoping today that I can make up for the lack of like meeting up with other creators other than you and Vega briefly yesterday, because that's definitely an aspect of these trips I like a lot. VidCon 2022, a week in LA. Ooh, that's gonna be fun. I can't wait for that, because we'll have time to like hang out, and then also have time to like maybe meet up with other YouTubers that are just located in LA, just like chill with them, like how we chilled with Sky Williams last time.
Mm-hmm.
So
I want to meet Sky again when we go back. I'm looking at chat.
Epic Mealtime Expo Blacks video, that'd be fun.
You guys are going to LA when it's hot. Oh man. Oh. Yeah, I wish VidCon was like permanently locked in like that October time, because when we went to October, like I don't know about you, but like the weather was actually like really nice.
I liked it. Yeah.
The weather was really really nice. But yeah, in June, I mean, to be fair, I'm from Texas, so it's like it's not like I'm like not used to hot weather. But it's not like I necessarily like enjoy it like a lot. Like I enjoy like warm hot weather, but like I don't know, when it's too much.
We need that Chills Expo Blacks top 10 video. Dude, if I meet up with him, I don't know if he knows about me. He probably doesn't. It'd be cool if we did like a little number 10. Yeah, I don't know. It'd be funny. Dude, I need to like ask more YouTubers to take pictures. They probably don't mind, just like for the memories or whatever. I just don't want to feel like a fanboy or feel awkward. But it usually never is.
Well, it's also nice when you take pictures of YouTubers and then like 20 years later you're like a neo-Nazi, right? So then they have to like they have to explain this. Like they have to be like, how come you hung out with AugieRFC like 20 years ago? And they're like, I didn't know. You know what I mean? Like that's why you get pictures of YouTubers, right? No, I'm just kidding. I don't get pictures of YouTube. I normally hate taking pictures of myself, because like taking pictures with yourself is like, I don't know. It just doesn't really like work most of the time. At least for me. Maybe I just don't. When somebody wants to take a picture with me, I love doing that, right?
Yeah.
But me taking a picture of myself is like.
Yeah, I'm the exact same way.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I just need to take more pictures in general, because I have all these memories, and then I want to like show other people, like, yo, I met up with this guy, or like, I went to like this area or whatever, and I just don't have the pictures because I'm too absorbed in the moment. So that's why I tried to take more videos and pictures of Creator Clash when it was going on. I had, filmed a couple things. So. Yeah.
Check the Twitter group chat, by the way. See what these people are saying, because I haven't checked in a minute now.
Stream soon. I really wish we did this on YouTube. Yeah, Wavy wants to get brunch in 30, and then the other guys in the group chat.
I'm down.
Said they're gonna be closer to 1 p.m. so they can meet up with us later.
Well, wait. If we're getting lunch in 30 minutes.
30 minutes, they can meet up with us.
Oh yeah, we can tell them to meet up at the place.
Did you meet Chris Raygun? No, not yet. I haven't had a chance to really meet up with anyone, so that's what I'm gonna make up doing for today. Anyways, I think I'm gonna end the stream. I really enjoyed talking about this a lot more than I thought I would. Cool that Keem hopped in. Thank you guys all for the subs and donations, especially Meta PCs. Be sure to use my code if you're
what a great
interested
sponsor.
in it.
They're literally paying you.
They're great. They're great. They're like homies. They're like friends. The guy who runs it, Zach, great guy. Good friends with Ricky Berwick. Ricky Berwick hooked me up.
Yeah, I'm a big Zach enthusiast. He interacts with me a lot on Twitter, and he seems to be a really chill guy.
Yeah, yeah. I think I'll upload this on my main channel. I want to cut it up, but then I'll have to go home to do it. And then I kind of want to upload it raw, but then we're also talking to a chat that isn't on screen, so it might be a little weird. I don't know if I.
Well, we're reading what chat's saying, so we're like that's why I was doing that, because the chat isn't visible on screen, so that's why I was like reading it, so it doesn't just sound like I'm talking to myself like a schizo.
Yeah, I might just upload raw on my channel and say fuck it, and then if it does bad, I'll just delete it and make like a better version later. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you guys liked the event from the pay-per-view version. I'm probably gonna have some content covering it maybe when I get back, maybe doing a Twitter versus. It's really hard to do Twitter versus after the fact because I'm going backwards in time to screenshot the tweets, so I don't know what's gonna happen. But more videos regardless. Be sure to follow Augie on his channel if you haven't. AugieRFC.
YouTube.com, AugieRFC, or AugieRFC.video. You can type that in, it takes you to the channel.
And follow us on our Twitters, and then if you're watching this on YouTube, follow me on my Twitch so you don't miss stuff like this. Anyways, yeah. Have a good night, everyone, or day.